7:46, December 21st, special council meeting. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
McKeever?
Here.
Myers?
Here.
Wireball?
Here.
Potter?
Here.
Sherrick?
Here.
Spiegel?
Here.
Young?
Here.
Granting permission for visitors to speak.
Fankhauser, 616 Prospect. And I want to thank this council. This is their last meeting for the term that they're in, for your public service. You don't get a lot of thanks when you're in public office. You just hear a lot of the negative, the complaining, stuff like that. So, Mr. Wireball, I do appreciate you stepping up to the plate. Kevin, you've been on council a while. Mr. McKeever, you've been on longer than Kevin. And Brenton, I think, is this one or second term?
This is one.
Term one. Aaron, you've been on for a while. Terry's been, he worked for the city many years before he came on the council. And Steve, this was just one term, right? That being said, I want to make one more comment about the buyout ordinance for the safety service director. Something's not adding up. They say there's going to be litigation, but yet on the other hand they say, well, they're just going to pay him anyway. So how is he going to sue the city if they're just going to pay him anyway? He's going to have been paid. He's not going to sue the city because he will have received his alleged payout at that point. So I think they're trying to deceive you. You sitting on council, this administration is trying to deceive you. And just in case, I know Mr. Myers said he doesn't want to see the city have a harder hit to the general fund, and I totally agree with Mr. Myers. That being said, I know that the city pays about $2,000 a month in internet services. At one point in the past, I was donating free services to the city. They were receiving free services. I would be willing to step up to the plate as a business owner in this community to keep the general fund from having that hard hit. If it ever came to that, which I don't think it will, I would be willing to donate those monthly internet services for as long as it takes to recover, for the city to recover from that hit that it might take on the general fund. I don't believe it's going to happen. I think he's calling your all's bluff with this. And I just hope you please vote the right way.
Anybody else? Consideration of proposed legislation for the first time.
Proposed ordinance 49-2023, it's the manpower regarding the police chief. An ordinance amending ordinance number 10-2023, establishing the compensation and human resource staffing, sick leave, and vacation of employees of the various departments in the city of Bucyrus, Ohio, and enacting in its place legislation pertaining to the compensation and human resource staffing, sick leave, and vacation of employees of various departments in the city of Bucyrus, Ohio, and declaring an emergency. Next, we have proposed ordinance 55-2023. That's transfers of funds regarding 265. Amending and supplementing ordinance number 66-2022, being the annual appropriations ordinance for 2023, by decreasing the current balance in the other uses line item by $3,310.75 within the fire department category within the Ohio EMA ARPA first responder retention subparagraph with the Ohio EMA ARPA First Responder Retention Fund and increasing the current balance in the from personal services line item by $3,310.75 within the fire department category within the Ohio EMA ARPA First Responder Retention subparagraph within the Ohio EMA ARPA First Responder Retention Fund and declaring an emergency. Proposed ordinance 56-2023, that's the reduction of appropriations. Amending and supplementing ordinance number 66-2022 being the annual appropriations ordinance for 2023 by decreasing the other uses line item by $2,831,540 within the general government category within the local fiscal recovery special revenue fund subparagraph, and finally decreasing the current balances in the capital outlay line item by $1,520,920 within the waterworks distribution category within the waterworks subparagraph and declaring an emergency. Proposed ordinance 57-2023, that's the salary appropriations. Amending and supplementing ordinance number 66-2022 being the annual appropriations ordinance for 2023 by appropriating from unappropriated general funds the sum of $12,500 to the personal services line item within the service director category within the program 7 general government subparagraph. Further appropriating from unappropriated sewage disposal funds the sum of $12,500 to the personal services line item within the sewage disposal category within the sewage disposal fund subparagraph. And finally, appropriating from unappropriated stormwater funds the sum of $10,000 to the personal services line item within the stormwater utility category within the stormwater fund subparagraph and declaring an emergency. Proposed ordinance 58-2023, that's the advance of funds. Authorizing and directing the city auditor to advance funds from the general fund in an amount not to exceed $3,000 to fund outstanding obligation of the following grant, $3,000 to fund the 2024 Victims of Crime Act Fund subparagraph. These funds will be returned to the general fund in 2024 as grant funds are received. This amount may be reduced by the auditor if grant funds are already requested for reimbursement are received by year end and declaring an emergency. Proposed ordinance 59-2023, it's an appropriations ordinance. Amending and supplementing ordinance number 66-2022 being the annual appropriations ordinance for 2023 by appropriating from unappropriated general funds the sum of $350 to the personal services line item within the civil service category and $450 to the personal services. $425 to the personal services line item within the civil service clerk category and $500 to the personal services line item within the code enforcement category and $3,000 to the advances line item within the general government category, with all line items and categories being within the program 7 general government subparagraph. Further appropriating from unappropriated swimming pool funds the sum of $1,800 to the personal services line item within the pool category within the swimming pool fund subparagraph. Further appropriating from unappropriated 2024 crime victims assistance funds the sum of $9,000 to the personal services line item within the victims advocate category within the 2024 crime victims assistance subparagraph. Further appropriating from unappropriated 2024 Victims of Crime Act funds the sum of $3,000 to the personal services line item within the Victims Advocate category within the 2024 Victims of Crime Act subparagraph. And finally, appropriating from unappropriated sewage disposal funds the sum of $1,000 to the personal services line item within the sewage disposal category within the sewage disposal fund subparagraph and declaring an emergency. Proposed Resolution 234-2023, that's the airport contract regarding Kevin DeTrey. Authorizing and directing the mayor and the public service safety director on behalf of the city of Bucyrus, Ohio to enter into a contract with Kevin DeTrey to fill the position of airport manager / fixed base operator of Port Bucyrus, Crawford County Airport commencing January 1st, 2024, and continuing until December 31st, 2028 at a yearly salary of $40,000, payable in monthly installments, subject to the terms and conditions outlined in the contract attached hereto, further, and authorizing and directing the city auditor to issue a warrant or warrants and payment therefore from the appropriate appropriation or appropriations and declaring an emergency.
May I have a motion to accept these as a first reading?
So moved.
I have a motion by Mr. Myers, a second by Mr. McKeever. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Granting permission for visitors to speak on legislation read for the first time.
Vicki Dishon, 1108 Hillcrest Drive. Proposed resolution number 234, 2023, which deals with entering into a contract with Kevin DeTrey. Because I don't have in front of me the new, resolution, it talks about contract attached. Did you prepare the contract and have it for
Yeah.
council to review?
And I just pulled out what was in the legislation.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I figured, but
It's in
I
there.
wanted to ask and make sure that,
Yeah.
because that's,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. Thank you.
Anybody else? Referring back to originating committee, proposed ordinance 49-2023 is referred, manpower is referred back to finance. Proposed ordinance 55-2023, transfers of funds, 265, referred back to finance. Proposed ordinance 56-2023, reduction of appropriations, referred back to finance. Proposed ordinance 57-2023, salary appropriations, referred back to finance. Proposed ordinance 58-2023, advance of funds from general fund to 282, referred back to finance. Proposed ordinance 59-2023, appropriations, referred back to finance. And proposed resolution 234-2023, airport contract, Kevin DeTrey, referred back to finance. Committee report on pending legislation, finance.
Finance is favorable to proposed ordinance 4923, the manpower. Finance is favorable to proposed ordinance 55-2023, the transfer of funds 265. Finance is also favorable to proposed ordinance 56-2023, reduction of appropriations. Finance is favorable to proposed ordinance 57-2023, salary appropriations. Proposed ordinance 58-2023, finance is favorable to the advance of funds from the general fund to 282. Finance is also favorable to proposed ordinance 59-2023, the appropriations. And finally, finance is favorable to proposed resolution 234-2023, the airport contract with Kevin DeTrey.
Further consideration of pending legislation. Ordinance number 49-2023, manpower, for the second and third readings of proposed ordinance 49-2023. Do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the readings of the caption and text, and declare an emergency?
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Mr. Myers.
McKeever?
Yes.
Myers?
Yes.
Wireball?
Yes.
Potter?
Yes.
Sherrick?
No. Sorry.
Spiegel?
Yes.
Young?
Yes.
Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed ordinance 49-2023?
So, second.
I have a motion by Mr. Spiegel, a second by Mr. Wireball.
Spiegel?
Yes.
Wireball?
Yes.
Potter?
Yes.
Sherrick?
No.
Young?
Yes.
McKeever?
Yes.
And Myers?
Yes.
Ordinance 49-2023 is duly adopted. Ordinance number 55-2023, transfer of funds, 265. For the second and third readings, the proposed ordinance 55-2023, do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the readings of the caption and text, and declare an emergency?
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Mr. Myers.
McKeever?
Yes.
Myers?
Yes.
Wireball?
Yes.
Potter?
Yes.
Sherrick?
Yes.
Spiegel?
Yes.
Young?
Yes.
Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed ordinance 55-2023?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Potter, a second by Mr. Young.
Potter?
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Sherrick,
Yes.
Spiegel.
Yes.
Ordinance number 55-2023 is duly adopted. Ordinance number 56-2023, reduction appropriations. For the second and third readings of proposed ordinance 56-2023, do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the readings of the caption and text, and declare an emergency?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Mr. Myers.
McKeever,
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick,
Yes.
Spiegel,
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed ordinance 56-2023?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Young, a second by Mr. Potter.
Young,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick,
Yes.
Spiegel,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
And Wireball.
Yes.
Ordinance number 56-2023 is duly adopted. Proposed ordinance 57-2023, salary appropriations. For the second and third readings of proposed ordinance 57-2023, do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the readings of the caption and text, and declare an emergency?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Mr. Spiegel.
McKeever,
Yes.
Spiegel,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Myers,
No.
Wireball,
No.
Potter,
No.
Sherrick,
No.
and Young.
You already called him. Salary appropriations has failed.
Actually,
No.
I'll do it first reading.
I'm sorry, it's called first reading, sorry. Ordinance number 58-2023. For the second and third readings of proposed ordinance 58-2023, do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the readings of the caption and text, and declare an emergency?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Mr. Myers.
McKeever,
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick,
Yes.
Spiegel,
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed ordinance 58-2023?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Spiegel, a second by Mr. McKeever.
Spiegel,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick,
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Ordinance 58-2023 is duly adopted. Ordinance number 59-2023 appropriations for the second and third readings of proposed ordinance 59-2023. Do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the readings of the caption and text, and declare an emergency?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Mr. Myers.
McKeever,
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick,
Yes.
Spiegel,
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed ordinance 59-2023?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Potter, a second by Mr. McKeever.
Potter,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Sherrick,
Yes.
Spiegel,
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Ordinance number 59-2023 is duly adopted. Resolution 234-2023, airport contract, Kevin Dutray. For the second,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
for the second and third readings of proposed resolution 234-2023, do I hear?
Oh, sorry. Hey, you stop. I want to make that motion, so. go ahead.
Okay, let me finish. Do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the readings of the caption and text, and declare an emergency?
You do, you hear a motion.
Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Sherrick, a second by Mr. McKeever.
Sherrick,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Spiegel,
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed resolution 234-2023?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Ms. Sherrick.
McKeever,
Yes.
Sherrick,
Yes.
Spiegel,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter.
Yes.
Resolution 234-2023 is duly adopted. We have no absent members. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Mr. Myers. We are adjourned at 8:06.